So when we stopped playing last, oh, sorry, just to hit this real quick. I'm pretty sure it looks like 4 out of the 6 of you, and I talked to Kevin. He and I were texting back and forth today. It sounds like for the most part everybody's on board with doing something else once this little adventure wraps up. I'm cool with that. I don't know yet for sure. I had an offer to play in another. It's not D&D. It's a game like D&D, somewhat more of a, for lack of a better word, brutal set of rules where it's a little bit more dark and gritty, and like character death is almost assumed, not the exception. Somebody that I know from Twitter who we have a common interest in this game, and he was like, I'll run it if you want to play. I don't know that there are enough players that the game's going to happen. He wants to do it on Thursday nights, but it would be really short term. So if that happens, might take a little break while I play in that. But I've already written the follow-up adventure to this. So what I wanted to say is, regardless of what happens, I'm on board. If we take a little bit of a break for maybe a month for me to play that thing, whatever, I'm on board doing this again, coming back to it. And I have a good idea of where things will go after this wraps up. So I'm, like I said, I'm on board with that. It seems like just about everybody is. I know 4 of you took the poll. Like I said, I talked to Kevin. I don't know, which of the 4 of the 6 of you didn't take, took the poll and which didn't. But it seems like at least there's a majority of folks that want to play something else after this. So I'm on board too.
I'm surprised you made this anonymous.
Well,
for the survey.
Well, I mean, I didn't want anybody to be like, so and so answered that way. Like, oh, they don't want to play with us anymore, or something like that. Like,
I know how surveys work, and you could have made it anonymous to us or made it appear anonymous, and yet you would know.
Yeah. I don't.
Brian doesn't like my DMing style.
No. Hey, I mean, in fairness, like, if somebody were to say, I'm good, I'm cool, like, I get it. Like, people have other stuff. Like, we all have lives.
No, it's COVID. We're all locked down.
Well, yeah, but
what lives?
Like, I mean, a lot of us have kids. A lot of us are married, have spouses. Some of our spouses are in this game for, but we all have other responsibilities, and I didn't want anyone to feel like they would hurt my feelings if they just put it out there that I'm not enjoying this, or I have other things to do. Yeah, I would have been, it wouldn't have hurt my feelings, but I didn't want anyone to feel like they were on the spot. So
no, I know.
But
I'm teasing you.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway, the larger point is, it seems like there's a majority of folks that want to keep doing something, and I'm on board too. Like, I don't have. I mean, my only other, for lack of a better term, like, regular thing was World of Warcraft. Somebody's and I decided today I don't, like, I'm bored with that, and I don't need to keep spending money on it right now. So I got nothing else other than, like, my wife and son, and like, I can take
bored with that. No reason to spend money on that anymore either.
I can take one night. I can take one night a week and play D&D, and, like, I'm allowed to do that for myself. So I'm cool doing that, continuing to do that.
Yeah.
So
And Josh, actually, just say, like, pretty much if you have that one night a week, it's actually good break time.
Yeah.
It is.
For everybody, essentially.
Yeah,
it really does help to have a break in your week.
And like, I'm sure Kevin can attest to this. Maybe John W, who's been playing for a while. People who DM a lot, like I have sort of fallen into in the last, like, 15 years. Like, I kind of need an outlet for all the dumb game ideas I come up with. So, like, and the fact that like I don't have an in-person game right now. I used at one point. I had 3 of them going. um, and now there are 0 of them at the moment. I got nothing else going on. This is a good outlet for me to like, get those like, those like. I wish I was a writer and could sit down and put like, 500 words a night into a word processing application and bang out like a chapter or something and go back and have the patience to edit it and all that. I don't have it. This is how I get my creative juices out, and it's coming up with role playing game ideas. So this is a good outlet for me. I enjoy it. I like playing with all you folks. So I was glad to see that it seemed like everybody else was on board playing too. So it works for me. I'm glad it works for everyone else. So so now to get back to the sorry, go ahead.
Applause. There's applause. I hear applause.
Monologue over. To get back to the matter immediately at hand. Actually, I want to check something real fast. Okay, yes, we did. We got the door open to sort of like the little foyer area before the king's suite. I wanted to confirm that I had that I took the barrier off the door there. So you guys gathered in the hallway here. Have you've cleared out all of the guards, the cultists that were running around up here, except for these last 3 that seem to be in this room here. From in this room up here, you can hear this sort of like this sort of panicked, pained shrieking and crying. This sort of twisting, grinding of bones and joints and writhing and like this sort of like agonized, but like exultant, like bellowing roar, coming from this way. And I would like to point out that as all this noise coming from further into the castle is sort of reaching a crescendo, outside the windows behind you, you can see the clouds are swirling, and like there's no lightning strikes hitting the ground, but like the clouds are illuminated with like really high lightning strikes like up in the clouds. Every once in a while you'll just see one or two go off, and the clouds have like this sort of sickly, like between the moonlight and the lightning, you can see this kind of sickly purple, like swirling, writhing pattern to the clouds, like almost as if they are swirling directly above the castle, which is, apocalyptic portents like that are never good. So,
I've seen both Ghostbusters.
Right. Yeah. So that's where we are. Where we're at here.
Everything's dead in the hallway. Yeah.
Yes. The hallway is cleared off. There's nothing that you can see, either to the north of you up here, or the other way they were coming was from the west over here. You can hear some sounds coming from, like I said, deeper in here, and these two guards right in front of the door were knocked backwards when you forced it open. They are laying on the ground, and there is one of the cultists standing right here. And it is Eberfrey's turn. You have the jump.
All right. See, these guys are prone from being knocked down from the door, right?
Yep, and you can stand in the spaces the doors occupy. I just made them part of the background, so I can't really do anything with them.
All right. I'm going to move up and stab, and I think then I'm going to move away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Which one did you kill?
This one right
Okay. yeah, he
Just to let you know, Josh, Jenny was on mute and she let a pretty big expletive out on that dice roll.
yeah, he dies. So then, yeah, that worked very well. You sort of rush up there, and before he can get back on his feet, you kind of just drive your short sword right into his midsection, and he dies a very swift, painful death.
All right, I'm gonna move here then.
Okay, so you're moving past this guy, so he can attack with disadvantage against you.
Never
So
left his spot.
No,
oh. No, you're right. You're right. Not that it mattered anyway. You're right. You never left a spot that he provokes. You're good. Okay. Then that if that's it for you, Quill.
Oh, I
This is
also want to pull out a dagger in my second.
Okay. Dual wielding. Okay.
Cultist there.
Yep. Cult fanatic, in fact.
Okay, I'm gonna do a mark on him, and then I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
Yeah. As you do.
Take off Colossus Slayer because he has not been injured. Yes.
No, they've not been hurt.
Oh, I don't know. I'm rolling with disadvantage, but 24, and he'll take 10 damage.
Yes, they will. Okay. All right.
I will tuck myself up here.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. So, you hear that sort of groaning, writhing, bellowing sound continue to crescendo and rise, and it just like as the like there's like a thunderclap outside as the sound is cut off, and then you just like it just goes quiet, and other than a actual like a literal like blood curdling shriek, you all the sound coming from deeper in here is cut off. It is Mopey's turn.
Okay, hi. Can I'm gonna attack. Hold on. Let me just. I'm gonna attack this guy here, the soldier in front of Glenn and next to Iberfrey.
Okay.
I try my.
What was that?
Say it one more time.
Can you not?
You
Hello?
dipped out. I can hear you barely.
Yeah,
All right, I might have to replug this in.
that's
But I'm
better.
gonna do ice knife.
Okay. That'll hit. For 6. Iberfrey, you need to make a dex save because you're adjacent to the target.
Sorry.
It's fine.
12, you should be able to handle it. Ooh.
Don't have a bitch.
Okay, so you're gonna take that 7 cold damage.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But yeah, so this dart of ice comes, flying out of Mopey's outstretched hand and dives into the guard, and as it like pins into the ground and shatters outwards, some of the ensuing like ice shards catch Iberfrey in the spray, and he is dead. Okay. That makes it Elrich's turn.
All right, let's go with my MO. I'm gonna do a firebolt at this guy right here.
Okay. That's gonna miss.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. All right. So, Boar. There is a direct line between you and the enemy, and chance to look heroic and valorous in the process.
Josh, it almost sounds like you know my character.
Do. Some patterns have emerged.
Have they? I don't recognize any. No, I did bad.
Yeah. Well, that still hits.
14. Oh, it is.
Still hits. Yeah. So that is 8. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're just in robes. They're relying on robes and dexterity. Yeah. You run up there and bring your, the Firebeard's blade, raise it over your head, and strike her down. And yeah. The hit lands home. Glenn.
The cultist is still standing.
Yep, still standing.
Let's see if this can end soon. It's time for a little bit of choppy.
No.
Oh,
Both
not-
miss. Wow. Listen, hey, it's anticipation. You know this big fight with, whatever is happening behind those doors is looming, and it's performance anxiety.
It's going quiet threw me off my swings. So
All right. Oh, I can remove the guards. Okay. Okay. Zaruk. So, what's he gonna do?
Mr. Pie.
Wait, does this guy have a name?
What's that?
Does this guy have a name? Is he named?
Yeah. So, the turn that's happening now, I'm trying to decide what High Priest Zaruk is about to do. He can hear the fighting going on out in the hallway. I think that's probably going to be what he's going to do. Let me take a look here. The ritual is complete enough as far as he's concerned. Yeah. Ooh, okay. All right. We're just gonna go ahead and he's gonna back away right to there and start doing some work here. Okay. Let me take a look at. Sorry, he's got a lot of options, and what he's trying to do at the moment requires a couple things to happen in order. Yeah, it's not going to do it. That will, though. Let me see about that. Okay. Yep. All right. So. Okay. All right. So he is definitely doing that. And then I need... Let's see. Ooh, good for her. Yeah, good for her. Okay, well that doesn't work out in his favor. All right, so I'll tell you what's going on when you get the door open. Okay, Eberfrey, it's your turn.
I'm going to stab.
Okay.
I cast puncture lung.
All right, for 15.
It is super effective. Yeah. The cult fanatic is still alive, but I mean they're hanging on for dear life. They're like down on one knee, like one hand on like covering the wound they just got from Eberfrey. Their robes are singed and slightly burnt. Quill. you're up.
I do the dang thing.
You do indeed do the dang thing, and the cultist dies.
Hooray.
So, what do you want to keep moving, or you all done with that?
I think that door is gonna open, and I think I could probably get a peek from right here.
Okay.
Was that Poe right there?
Yeah, it's Poe down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, what is this? Oh, it's Poe.
All right.
Just Bo.
So,
Hanging out.
so the door does in fact, it doesn't just open; it absolutely blows open. I'm gonna need Boar.
Inwards, right?
No, outwards.
Oh.
Boar, I'm gonna need you to make give me an. I think it's gonna be a strength saving throw here.
Can I do athletics? Because
No.
I mean, I can jump out of the way.
No, it's a strength saving throw to resist being knocked on the ground. Okay. So the doors blow open, and Boar, I will say this: you have to shoot. You shield your eyes a bit from the splintering from the doors being blown open. But you do not lose your feet.
Am I blown back?
No, I mean, well, first of all, yeah, you know what? That's a good enough save to not be knocked over. But yeah, you do get knocked backwards a bit. So the doors themselves blow open, and let me remove the thing blocking the door.
Oh, hello.
What's that? That's what's left of
Green, right?
that's what's left of King Hargreaves, or what he's been turned into.
Is he wearing a crown? He needs to be wearing a crown.
He's not.
Oh, boo.
No, because if it's the king, we can just kill him because we don't like him. Yay!
I can just imagine him being the end boss of Donkey Kong Country if he has a crown on his head.
So he blows the doors open and sees you all standing out there and literally looking down at you, because he's about 12 and a half feet tall. And he has this sort of monstrous, almost gorilla-like appearance with these small, almost like feeble-looking wings sticking off the back of him, like they couldn't be of any use to something of his bulk and his mass. But they're sort of like these like raven feathered wings sticking off his backside. He's got a look he's got these like glowing red eyes and these like giant jutting tusks sticking out of his mouth. And this he's in like the shredded tatters of what looks to be fairly regal attire, but it's sort of hanging off of him in like rags at this point. Strapped to his back is a great sword that looks to be it was a great sword. It would have been a great sword on a human. It's like a long sword now.
Hey Josh, I apologize.
Yeah.
My Discord cut out right on me. Who has the sword?
This thing, King Hargreaves now. In his
the once king.
Yes, in his demon form. He has he's got what like I said, on a human would be a great sword, but on his now like 12-foot frame is the equivalent of like a long sword in his hand, in his clawed hand. And he looks at all of you standing there and almost he folds in on himself and vanishes from sight.
That's not an improvement.
That's kind of scary.
Hmm.
And Mopey, you're up.
What-
Deal with it.
what is there to do?
You fix it.
It's your responsibility now.
Are we supposed to kill these two people up here?
This is the queen we're rescuing.
Yes. So
Okay.
yeah, this is just about the most well attired cultist you have ever seen. Of the cultists you've encountered, I should say. His robes are immaculate. They're multi-hued. They have the same sort of weird eye twisting pattern to it, but they're in multiple different hues. He has this conical hat on his head, and he is standing over. She looks like a prisoner. She is somewhat malnourished. Hair is out of place and looks stringy and dirty. Her dress is in tatters and covered in dirt and grime, but she is still, it looks to be in better condition than the prisoners you found in the dungeon. And she looks as if her eyes are like sunken, real like she has this real sort of gray, washed out complexion. And without knowing what happened in this room, it looks like something vital was taken from her. She looks like she is almost. You know how people look when they've had the stomach bug for 3 days and they still look like they could die at any moment? That's kind of how she looks, as if something has taken a great toll on her physically, and the High Priest is standing over her, has one hand on her wrist, and he's chanting something, and she seems to be fighting it and resisting it.
So can we pretty much? I know they're not wearing nameplates, but can we assume that is the High Priest Zaruk's? From what we can see and what we know, he's different. Yada yada. Would we assume that?
It seems reasonable.
Okay.
He's still a cultist, and cultists deserve to die. Soldier logic.
All right, Mopey, what are you doing?
All right. I'm gonna move over here, Glenn, since I can't do ice knife. I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna try thorn whip to see if I can pull him away from her.
Okay. You 30 feet away? 5,
Yeah,
10,
that's
15,
30
20. Yeah, you are. Okay. All right. Go for it.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that's going to miss.
So bad.
So, yeah, your thorn whip, wraps around his wrist, and he just takes, he drops, he lets go of her, and just with his other hand, just, snaps it off before you can pull him away. All right, Elrich.
I can't see anything, so I need to get a line of sight into the door. So I'm going to move over here. Oh, that doesn't... I can see her, but I can't see the cultist.
Why don't you
Okay, hold on, I'm going to move.
Stand in front
Move
of
right
me.
there. Yeah, move right there instead. I'm going to actually cast Chilled Touch on the cultist.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Ooh, yeah, hits. All right. So, you sort of spectral hand comes out and
Yeah, so I have... I got this creepy looking hand that just kind of floats in the air right at his face, kind of like the phantasm guy, the little ball that comes up. Just hangs on him and starts sucking life from him.
okay. And he cannot. I think he can't heal next turn.
Yeah, no heal.
Yeah,
That's right. No
okay.
healing until my turn. My turn. I
Right.
think.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He recoils from that a little bit, backs against the wall, and kind of crooks a finger at you and mutters under his breath. He has since he's like turning and facing you all. You can see he very definitely has a bit of a crazed look in his eye. Like this is someone who believes, espouses, and puts into practice some pretty twisted, dark ideas and concepts. Boar.
So, quick question. If I would do Divine Sense, would that use up one of my actions, or would it just be kind of like an innate?
I'm not sure. What does it say?
Oh, it is as an action.
Is an action? There you go. Yeah, I thought that was the case,
okay.
but I thought it might be a bonus.
Because
I
I
wasn't
was
sure.
wondering if when he disappeared, did he really disappear?
Well,
Did he just...
yeah, I mean, there's only one way to know for sure.
But you know what? I know what Boar would do. He sees a cultist, sees him touching what we think is the hand of the queen. So yeah, gonna run up and do the simple stuff.
Okay. Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
You know what? He doesn't quite like Zaruk. Well, he wouldn't do anything to harm the queen, so he wouldn't try to do like a smite. Afraid we would have another effect of
yeah,
close radiant damage, so he wouldn't do a full smite. So we'll go with that.
Okay. So that is 15 and 6 is 21.
Just stick her tongue out at me.
Yeah, so you bring so you hop up on the bed, run across it, and swing your sword down onto what you think is the High Priest, and he recoils as if like you had struck him with like a hot iron, like a hot brand, like as if like your very presence is just like anathema to him, and he looks up at you with like these yellowed sort of wide eyes, and he says, "You will feel the full fury of Pazuzu as he flows through my very veins." Glenn, you're up.
After that threat to my buddy before, I come in and I'm like, Pazuzu can do one.
15 is pretty good.
The 15 hits.
Yeah, I figured the 10 wouldn't.
So he takes 7 from your axe.
Stone Sure meets his face. Stone Sure. Pazuzu, dude.
Tries to throw an arm, like a cloaked arm up. Ah! So you feel some resistance because you were just barely able to get through. There's some sort of magical aura or ward on him that makes him somewhat harder to hit. You were just able to get through it. It seems like almost as if your blade started to slow down as you got closer to him, but you were able to push through it and connect.
Sure got in, the standard axe did not. So
it is High Priest Zaruk's turn. Whew. What will he
Poor Boar.
do? Well, all right. Well, he was hoping to take the queen with him, but she's not cooperating, so she was all fighting back and stuff. He is going to have to, because he has not survived this long by taking crazy risks. He throws both hands up into the air and says, "Great Lord Pazuzu, preserve your servant so that I can continue your work elsewhere in this wretched plane and bring your reign here to this fallen, twisted world." And with that, he casts plane shift, and you see a brief
Okay.
Let's see what that is.
Yeah, let's see what.
Zuzu, you ungrateful gargoyle! I put you through college, and this is how you repay me?
I couldn't get a clip that just said Pazuzu, you ungrateful gargoyle, I put you through college. So you had to get the full 11 seconds.
Yeah, he casts plane shift. This purplish blue circle begins to swirl beneath his feet, and then with a flare of light, and he blinks out of this, out of your sight. He just vanishes in front of you. But the queen is left behind. So, Iberfrey, what are you doing?
I'm going to come into the room a little bit, and I want to investigate because I'm not entirely certain that everybody is out of the room.
Okay, give me an investigation check. So you're kind of looking for some indicators that maybe things may not be exactly as they appear to be. You're somewhat magically attuned. You can tell wherever Zaruk went, he's gone for sure. The thing that menaced you in the doorway that you took to be maybe the king or the Baron, you can also find no indication that anything that big, if it were still here in any kind of form, would have some kind of impact or disturb, even if it's just the pattern of dust particles floating in the air. There's nothing that tells you that there is any enemies still around.
All right, let's grab the queen and get out of here then.
All right then. Unless we want to stay in initiative order, we can drop initiative, and you can, talk to the queen or do whatever you want to do. But I will say, as you start to gather and help the queen out, you hear almost as if there's a slight tremor passes through the castle, and you hear this enormous roar from outside. And some rock, you can hear rock crumble off the side of the castle and fall to the ground, as if something very large and very ungainly tried to take flight from the roof of the castle.
Did the king? I'm not going to call him the king. Did Baron Stupid try and fly with those stupid wings of his? I wonder.
Yeah. It certainly seems like something very large. Imagine if a monster truck tried to take flight off of your roof. That's kind of what it sounded like and felt like.
I introduced myself to the queen. I tell her that I was in employee of his husband until recently, and we're here to not only rescue her but to kick the shit out of anything that gets in our way.
So she looks up at you, Glenn, and you, like I said, you would have, even if it was only in passing, in parade formation, walking, past the, the royal, window, as the king blessed the soldiers or whatever, you would have at least seen the queen before. This is definitely her, but like I said, something has been taken from her, something that drained her and has left her weakened. You're not sure she could stand.
Am I going to carry her then?
I don't know what but it looks like she's all. I mean, she's mentally there, and she thanks you and praises you and blesses you all for coming and rescuing her. But she has seen something and experienced something that has absolutely just left her weakened and lessened, and she's in no shape to be making any kind of escape right now.
Okay, so I say we need to make a quick escape, and I will do my best to carry her gently.
Okay.
I did roll an 8 there.
I would pipe up and say, we have a giant demon on the roof. We should probably leave the queen tucked around inside and go take care of that before we try to leave. And
we got to get her safe, and then we'll go to the roof.
Yeah, I think we get her
to... Safe is all the way down in the basement. I think we got to go up.
If it gets away, then you set the whole country in danger. We got to go up and take care of that thing first.
You might be on
Should
the
we
ground.
tuck her into bed and let her rest, and then?
Yeah, tuck her in real nice.
Do we want to scout? Can we send Poe around just to make sure there's no other cultists and put her in danger?
Yeah, let's send. Well, you want to send Poe up to the roof to see what's going on up there? Or?
Scan the floor for any other stuff that we should get rid of first.
So yeah, Poe almost immediately sees a guard that is just making a run for the base. Like he hits the stairs and is going down the stairs, making a run to escape down the stairs.
No way, he's trapped. I totally locked that thing up.
There's another set. There should be another set of stairs up here somewhere, not this side here.
But no, he can go down the stairs. It's just there's a bunch of caltrips and grease on the stairs that he's.
No. I accidentally went upstairs to the roof.
You locked the roof. Yeah. You did lock the roof.
When I came back down, I locked that thing up.
Yeah, he's going down from this floor down.
From this floor.
Yes, okay. He was elsewhere on this floor, and the events have encouraged him to get to GTFO.
I'm curious what we're going to hear with all those traps on the stairs, because it sounds like he's going to continue to fall down, just not in the way he wanted to.
Yeah, he's going to get down the stairs a little bit faster than he intended to, I think.
Then he might not be a problem for us later, which is not a bad thing.
He gets down most of the stairs and then loses his control, and you hear the sound of like a thump and like some shouting, and he knocks some of the people that were trying to get up the stairs down on the floor below, and you hear a lot of shouting and yelling from downstairs. So at this point, you're pretty sure this thing is on the roof, or was on the roof, or something. The queen is in no shape to go anywhere unless she's carried. So your options are somewhat limited.
Okay.
Let's go up. Let's go up and get this guy.
We let her know. We probably should take care of whatever that noise was. Are you going to be okay resting for a bit, Your Majesty?
Yeah, she says, promise me you'll come back. That someone will come back for me. But yes, go do whatever you have to do. I'm of no use to you. I'll only slow you down and make it harder for you to do whatever you have to do.
It's like, on my life, I will come back for you.
You kind of help her up onto the bed, and she just kind of like lays herself across it, and with like the hand upturned on her forehead, like the classical succumb to the vapors pose. But she can't quite, she doesn't. It's not like she immediately passes out or falls asleep or anything. She's just lays there as if that is literally the only thing she can do.
To the roof, then.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We should have Mopey Hulk out and probably be the first one out as a giant monster, so she actually gets a chance to be up in its face.
Which monster form can Mopey morph into? We going direwolf again, or are we doing something else?
Yeah, it's on the roof. We have room.
It's kaiju time.
I'm gonna be a 20-foot monster.
How do we get up to the roof?
Hold on, I'll get you there. I'm setting some stuff up. Okay, so let's clear the initiative, and I will drag you all up to the roof. We need Quill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who else am I missing? Oh, Boar. Okay.
Boar.
Gotcha. All right. Come with me.
Go to the roof.
So, you guys come up on the roof. I'm gonna move everybody off of there, so everybody's at least not on a barrel of arrows. So there are some guards up here, and they look stunned and stupefied. They are staring off to the south. They don't even care that you just came out of the hatch and are on the roof and clearly not like members of the household guard. They are staring off to the south where it has no business flying. He should not be able to fly, but he is sort of ungainly. Like it's like a bathtub floating in the air. He's sort of dipping and barely able to keep himself afloat. But the king lands himself on the roof of a small tower that's to the south of the main estate in the castle. And sort of, when I say land on it, I mean like collides with the side of it and knocks some of the rock loose and scrambles up onto the roof and turns back towards the castle and just roars and bellows. He doesn't seem like he's got full control of himself, and as he clambers up onto onto the roof of this tower, and turns and bellows back, you can see his body almost convulse, and for a few moments returns to the shape of a human. This sort of badly battered, bruised human, but a human who turns and runs along the roof of the tower and finds himself somewhat trapped up there. There is no way from the roof of the castle over to the tower, other than from what you can see, to go out the front door of the castle and cross the courtyard.
Okay. This guy here.
Yeah.
I want to grab a hold of him and make it very clear that they are to do nothing. They are to stay there. Otherwise, I will come back and I will tear them limb from limb and throw them off the roof. Intimidation check?
Yeah, go for it. I'll give it to you with advantage. No, he's outside of 90 feet.
No.
No, I mean, Kevin was asking a question.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Not my worst.
Yeah, but again. Yeah, 18. Okay.
That's better.
Yeah, so he's just staring at this thing that just launched itself from the roof of the castle, and you grab him and turn him and shake. It's like 110 feet, so he's within 120 foot range, Elrich. So you grab him and shake him, and he looks at you and just he's just so glad to be looking at this thing menacing him right now that it's at least a human, and he says yes, we're not going anywhere. I'm not. No, I'll tell the men to stay up here. We're done.
And I let him go and say, "Good." Shall we make our way down to the courtyard and try and make our way over to the tower and kick this species' rear end?
I mean, I could firebolt him and aggravate him, get him to come to us maybe instead of having to go to him.
Okay.
Maybe buy us some movement time.
That sounds unlikely.
It's worth a shot. Maybe we'll do a bit of damage and
all right,
make it
I'm
easier.
going.
Okay.
Him up a little bit.
I'm firebolting him.
Okay.
That's pathetic.
So yeah,
get his attention. Do I at least get his attention with that?
So there's a longbow arrow that fires and a firebolt, and as he sort of shifts back into human form, and sort of runs for cover on the roof of this castle, both the arrow and the firebolt just sail right over his head.
Did he notice them?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure he's a little bit freaked out to go from monstrous thing with wings and that crashed into a tower and to be bloody, battered, bruised human dude again. Not sure what the hell is happening.
It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing.
Did the boat leave?
You can't see it from where you're at right now.
I can't see it on the lake going away from us, is my question.
Oh, no, you don't. Well, I mean, it's nighttime, so you couldn't. And I'm not sure you could see it on the water from here anyway. But you don't. No, so no, you don't see a boat.
How long has it been?
Like an hour.
I was more worried about if they saw a giant.
And decided to skedaddle.
The moon, and they're like, "Yeah, we're out. Bye."
Peace out. You don't see a boat. So.
All right. Well, we don't have much option. We got to go to the tower thingy now.
All right.
He can take total cover from us, so we're gonna have to go with him, wizard.
Yeah. We should go down the other stairs though instead of these, since we got traps 2 floors down.
The only problem is there are no other stairs going down from the roof.
Okay.
This is the roof access.
Well, we can go down 1 floor and then go down.
That you could do. That you could do. Yeah.
He means don't go down all the way to the ground floor down the steps that are covered in ball bearings and all the other bullshit.
Okay. So yeah. That being said, I will go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead.
We got to get the queen. Do we have to get the queen?
Let's take the queen to the boat.
We can take the queen down to the basement and call the initiate that we rescued earlier to come and help.
She was gonna wait in that little room.
Yeah, we can drop her off there.
Yeah. What we could probably do is.
Okay, hold on. Eva Frey, give me an insight check.
Oh, that's not a strong point. Okay.
Doesn't somebody have a spell that they can send their voice a distance?
All right, so here's what I'll tell you, Eva Frey. The folks that are on the other side of the door presumably waiting for you guys, if they got their hands on the queen and you guys weren't there, that's a nice little ransom token that they get their hands on. And they're not the kind of people to really have qualms about doing that.
Yeah, you're right. God damn it.
Yeah.
Forgot how shitty they were.
The unscrupulous people probably aren't the best to leave the queen with. I'd much rather leave her with an emissary of St. Herbert in a kind of secluded part of the basement.
Just to take shelter down there?
Yeah, and have somebody nearby that has at least some skill at defense.
Okay. All right. So
you can grab a couple of weapons of these numbnuts and arm and weapon our initiate.
You had given her a sword from some of the guards down in the basement that you took out. So, you had given her. You had given her.
Taken it like a badass. There's a difference.
Could we take this dude's armor just to give her a little bit of extra protection?
To take full on heavy armor is like 50 to 20 minutes worth of work.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not worry about that.
Okay. So let's get the queen, bring her down to the initiative for protection, and then we can go do what we do best.
Okay.
Yeah, tell her to not go to the boat until we're.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Nobody can go to the boat without us because there's no coin to pay for the boat, so they're probably going to get.
She's not going to go. She's not going to go very far if she's in the shape she's in. So
yeah,
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
So while they're doing that, I would ask Elric if we could leave Poe up here and him poking his eyeballs through Poe's, and I'll guide him down to the ground floor. So if the thing goes, it turns back into a pig demon and flies away, then
sure,
we know where it's going and everything else.
Sure, that's not a bad idea. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what? All right. So with all that being said, here's what we'll do. You guys get down to the basement. Carry the queen, deliver her to the initiate, and just tell them like, hole up, do not leave unless we come back for you, and basically like, don't leave like this room. Just don't leave this room. And if anybody comes for you that's not us, like, just stab them. Then you guys, having worked your way through the castle, avoiding the main stairs, using the back stairs, you get to the front door, which was opened, and you get out into the courtyard, and you find that the courtyard is pretty much in disarray. There are folks that guards are running all over the place. Cultists are looking up towards the roof of the tower and bowing in scraping, genuflecting towards the roof of the tower, as word has spread. You can hear shouts that the ritual is complete, the king is transformed, Pazuzu's reign begins upon as he walks up, his emissary walks upon the earth, and all this other apocalyptic doomsday type speak. And we will move to the courtyard. So give me one moment, and I will get you all there.
Get a chance maybe to stab an occultist?
Oh, you'll have time to stab cultists. Don't worry.
Okay, I was wondering, as they're focused on this thing, can I just stab them when their back's turned? I mean, they're evil.
Don't worry. You'll have plenty of time to stab cultists.
Okay, good.
I'm going to bring Poe with us, just so that we don't have to come back and grab him. But I'll assume he's staying up on the roof.
He would have flown in the direction that we were headed when he saw us come outside. So
okay. So I want to... Oh, don't do this to me. It's being really dumb.
You getting roll 20'd again?
I am. I'm getting very roll 20'd, and it's driving me up a wall.
It's very oddly dark out here.
Yeah, isn't it? All right. So let's just try this. You are in the court. Okay, at least that worked. Did everybody come with us? I feel like no, not everyone got to join us. I don't think. Hold on. There. Okay. All right. I'll move you to this map in just a moment. I got everybody's mini on the map, and now I can move you guys here. So, the courtyard. So you are able to move through the courtyard a bit. Everybody should be seeing a new map, I think. There's a little bit of the moonlight in the courtyard, but for the most part, these cultists are dead set on stop. As you sort of pick your way through the courtyard, pushing guards out of the way, trying to get to the tower, which is down here. The cultists begin to rally some kind of defense. They are dead set on blocking you from getting to the tower. They want to let their, the Lord and their Lord's emissary, have time to gather his strength. There's some guards out here in this lower part of the courtyard who were probably on patrol or something when all this went down, and they are just sort of staring at the tower like they are not sure what to do, or how to respond. So let's roll some initiative and beat up some cultists real quick before you guys hit the tower.
Crappy initiative tonight.
I don't know how Ibafrey and Quill are going at 7 and 9, but what?
Yeah, how about that? Okay. Let me roll. That guy didn't roll. There. Okay. Now, descending. Okay. Wow. Yeah. A lot of these guys get the jump. So the guard, this guard right here, both the guards, they're like, nah, like they're waiting for their officer to give them an order. They're staring at the tower, and they're looking at their officer like, what do we do? What's the order? And their officer is still somewhat flabbergasted at the moment. So the fanatic, wow, you guys are all nice and bunched up there. Well, okay, hold on. All right, I'll be fair. Position yourselves how you would position yourselves to move across the castle courtyard. If I don't want to just start lobbing spells at you, like having bunched you up without you guys having a say in it. So I'm not gonna hold you to that.
I figured me and you, Boar, would kind of be out the front here, being the big, beefy, heavily armored people to kind of act as meat shields, but also just able to kick our way, just punch and kick these.
Yeah.
Robe-wearing fools in the face if needed. Oh, by the way, what animal did Moby decide to become? Did we ever decide?
Oh, yeah.
No demon. Did you go without a demon to chomp on there? I want a kaiju fight, Jen. If you don't give that to me, I don't think we can. That's me, of course, joking.
Yeah, what is Mopey? Did Mopey wild shape, or is she gonna wait to do that?
I think we've lost.
Uh-oh. Jen, are you on mute?
Then they vanished from our lives forever.
Oh no. There's Brian. Are you guys back?
Hello?
Okay, Slate, you're still quiet, but we can hear you.
No, I'm not gonna talk with yours. I like mine better. I don't care. Should I wild? Do you guys want me to wild shape now?
We want to know if you're decided which wild shape to take.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do dire wolf if I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Well, okay. So
It'd be
before,
hard to get on the roof.
yeah, before you commit to that,
fight you're using it as.
yeah,
I would wait.
you may want to save that if that's your plan. So.
Yeah, I would wait.
Okay. All right. All right. So the cult fanatic is going to cast spiritual weapon, and she summons a spectral scythe that she's gonna put right here and have attack the paladin of this offensive faith of Saint Herbert, Get rid of that and
I get to see the spectral.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to move it to. I'm working on it.
Imagination. I'm okay.
There. How's that?
Really, a scythe of all things? Okay, well, she's gonna be a demonic, I guess.
Listen.
Very stereotypical.
Yes, exactly.
Can I mock her for her choice of weapon?
Sure, be my guest. I mean, she's still going to attack with it. So.
Yeah. You're using a farmer's implement? What is this? It doesn't hit, so.
Yeah, 16 doesn't hit, huh?
Yeah, can I like, because she didn't even make it into a war scythe. I mean, she could have bent it up. It's her imagination. You're pathetic.
Pazuzu doesn't teach creativity, so.
Just so you know what you're looking at here in the courtyard. Obviously, these are catapults. There's 3 like stocks here that like you'd put a prisoner in, and then the tower. So she summons the scythe, and then moves over here where she can be behind some of her fellow cultists. And it's this guy's turn. Get his character sheet up. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gonna step right up here and stab at you, Glenn.
Good luck.
Yeah, probably to no avail, but draws their scimitar. Ooh.
That will hit.
We spoke too soon.
Well, I said good luck.
For 6 slashing damage.
Okay. I'm feeling a little less comfortable than I was a little while ago.
And then this guy runs up here. Boar, take a swing at you. It's a crit. For 4 slashing damage.
4 slashing?
Shittiest crit of all time.
I was like, ooh. Oh. So, yeah, they run up and the scimitar and slice at you and actually connect home, but barely affects you at all. And then this folk just going to run up here and attack Boar because why not?
It's me,
Glenn,
not
or?
Boar.
I'm sorry, Glenn. Glenn, excuse me. Yeah. 12's going to miss.
Meat shield.
12's going to miss. And then Elrich, you are up. Now you guys are all going to go for a while.
This guy.
Yeah. Okay.
This guy right here.
All right.
He's getting the fireball in the eye.
Okay. Yes, he is.
Nice.
And he takes that firebolt, and it does. It goes right in his eye and kills him.
Nice.
Okay.
I look at Quill and say, "Now get an arrow in someone's eye. It'll be like."
Mopey, you're up.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Woohoo! Okay, let me do... Actually, can I move here next to 4? Or am I inside?
No, you can
or
stand there.
Am I on? Oh, okay.
You can stand there. That's fine.
Then I am going to Warhammer this guy here.
Okay. Yes, you are. And he goes down. Dead. Okay.
That's 2 for 2. Oof.
Yeah. No pressure, Glenn.
This
Don't look
one
bad compared to the
that
druid.
injured me slightly It's going to hopefully take 2 axes to the face.
Okay. Yes. Yes. And combined they are just enough.
How dare you injure me slightly?
How dare you slightly inconvenience me? They take 2 axes to the face and go down, as cultists tend to do, dead. Quill.
I am going to yell, Ibafray, the priest! Get the priest! Shoot him.
Okay. Yup.
Nice.
And then I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here.
Okay. The guards. The other guard. Yeah. He's just again waiting for an order from their officer. Ibafray.
Well, the priest is a little far away with the guy in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stab the guy in front of me.
Okay. That is... Ooh, just enough. Just enough. It hits.
Okay, he takes 12.
Yeah, that's enough to kill him.
I was almost having to use the backup dagger.
All
right, and I move up here.
Okay. So the officer, they turn to their men and say, he says, I don't know what the hell that thing was. That just landed on that roof, but these cultists seem to be enjoying it too much, and I've had enough of them. And the officer turns and points at the cultists and says, we're done with them. I don't care. We're getting out of this courtyard. We're getting out of this castle, and we're getting off this island. And he makes a break for it. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So he very carefully, Ibafray, if you want to, you could take a swing at him. He would have run by you.
Then I will take a. Wait, is this the guard?
The guard captain, yeah.
Nah, he's not our enemy, is he?
He's not giving any indication that he wants to do anything other than get out of here.
Nah, then he can go.
Like, crap is going sideways, and he doesn't want any part of it. All right, Boar.
Well, got a cultist right in front of me, so...
St. Herbert demands blood?
St. Herbert's going to...
It's a cultist that's trying to attack me, and I can't flee him and attack the one who's got the floating farm weapon behind me, so...
Yeah, St. Herbert gets you feel the power flow through you, but you're just not quite mighty enough to finish this cultist off.
To that one?
Yep.
With 9 with 11? Okay.
Yeah, I finally figured out how to get my thing working where they can have variable hit points. So this one has a little bit more hit points than the other ones.
Hey, I got the tougher one. I got a nice good slash defense.
Yeah.
Maybe took an arm off. Yeah.
Paladins.
So this guard, having seen his officer book it out of there, goes, "Yeah, okay. I guess I'm on board." 30, 35, 40. Again, running right past you, Ibafray. 50, 55, 60. Sort of just running through the battlefield trying to get out. The cult fanatic. All right. So So we got the spiritual weapon out there, which is great. Bonus action. You can move and repeat the attack. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, sorry, Ibafray. You've got them a little worried. So the cult fanatic moves the scythe and attacks with it.
Oh no.
A 4 is not going to hit you, though.
Again, she used a farm weapon. She used a farm thing. I mean, this is not an effective weapon.
He's trying to harvest me.
So seeing that go completely sideways, yeah. All right, Eberfrey. She intones Pazuzu to protect her and grant her dominion over your heathen soul, and cast Hold Person on you. So I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty, I get advantage.
Yes, you do.
Ugh,
Good thing you got it. Yeah.
yeah.
Forrest, no.
And whether it's some innate property in yourself, or an indomitable will to not be overpowered by this cultist's will, you shrug the spell off as if it's nothing at all, and it fizzles out.
The Lord God, David the Gnome, was more powerful than Pazuzu.
So cultist standing in front of Boar has been trading some blows, and why not? Going to continue trading some blows. 17
does not hit.
Okay.
Is this cultist really that like this? It's robes versus like a knight in full armor.
Pazuzu will. Okay. Pazuzu will protect them.
Well, at the same time, they're worshiping Pazuzu, so I don't, I question their intellect to begin with. So, okay.
All right, Elrich, you're up.
All right, we're gonna firebolt that guy.
Okay. Yeah, that hits 6 fire, and she's gonna have to make a Constitution check to not lose.
Spiritual weapon is not concentration.
It's not. Damn it! I always think it is.
That's why it's the best cleric spell in the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty much always. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you're right. It's not. Okay, cool. All right. So never mind. She takes 6 fire damage, and does not lose spiritual weapon. Mopey, you still got a cultist in front of you.
I'm gonna go after him, whatever. Her? Yes. With a warhammer.
Okay.
Maybe.
No.
Warhammer didn't want to work for me.
Yeah, not even really close. Yeah, miss. Swing and a miss.
Oh well.
Glenn.
If I remember, yeah, I'm gonna come to 30 feet up and choppy.
Okay.
Because it's been hit or miss.
And it's literally hit and miss.
That's why you have 2.
Stone Sure meets cultist face, so that's the main thing.
Takes 5 damage. Yeah, she's still on her feet, still kicking. Probably not once Quill puts an arrow in her, but
come on, Quill. We saw.
She'll be fine.
For you.
Alright.
Yep. Like I said, probably not once Quill puts an arrow in her.
Muscle Slayer.
She dies.
Wow.
So there's just one cultist left in the courtyard, and one guard, and the guard is about to bug out. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So, Elrich, he runs right past in front of you.
No, Kevin.
No. Well,
sorry.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, Ken now. Yeah.
Okay. I want to yell something at this guy. I'm going to say, I'm just going to, as he runs by, I'm going to yell, "You're a coward! You let them do this, and now you're going to turn your tail and run? I hope your sword rushed in its sheath as you're an old man."
Wow, that was
Okay.
cold. That was cold.
That was a pretty thorough burn, and he has no response for you.
I'll give him the finger.
We just dispatched a cultist with ease, so I don't think he's really going to want to take up any beef with us right now.
Yeah, even.
I want him to help us.
You have advantage though.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And either one of those damage totals will be enough to kill him. So, all right, cultists are dispatched. There are still some others milling around the courtyard, but none between you and the tower. So, I'm going to describe the tower, what you see in front of you, real quick. There is sort of a ruined facade here, where you can see into the upper levels of the tower, like the top floor and the and the rooftop. The wall has been ripped clear and crumbled down like rubble at the base. There is a door here that is hanging slightly ajar, which is where you would enter. So I'll move you to the tower in a moment here. I should still have you all selected, so if we just do this.
Do we have a health potion by any chance? Because I'm down to 28 out of 42.
I think I took my last one the last game.
I might have one. Let me check my inventory.
I don't know if we ever signed it to ourselves, but we should have 2 health potions and a greater healing potion that we got from the. But
I have a healing potion in my inventory.
Okay, so
It'd be okay for me to sort of top up, because I'm not too bad at 28, but we don't know how the fight's gonna go.
I think Quinn's been half a corpse for quite a while now. He took a crit for 30 a while back.
No, I actually was. Who took the? Oh yeah, somebody's worse off than I am.
I'm good. I did a healing potion and ate some of my berries. I'm not planning on getting anywhere close to that big pig thingy. So
I took a couple of hits, but I was still pretty good. But that's 6. I'm not quite. Actually, let me hold off for a bit.
I was going to say, you can have mine. It's no big deal.
So, you guys throw the door open to the tower, intent to rush to the top. This appears to be where the cultists were, for the most part, dwelling here in Castle Hargreaves. The tower looks to be in a relative state of kind of not disrepair, but just it's kind of just been left, relatively unused for the most part until the cultists moved in. This bottom floor looks to be sort of like a dining or a common area. There are some I got hiccups. There are some cultists rushing up the stairs over here. Well, hold on a second. Glenn just walked through a wall, so I must not have settings configured correctly. Hold on a second. Enforce line of sight.
yeah, we can't see.
You can't see anything?
No, I mean outside of the wall. So it's doing its deed. Stay in the light. You'll be fine.
All right.
I can move up the wall, but I can only see in our area.
The edge of my vision is along this line until you moved me into wherever, and I could see nothing over here anymore. But
okay. Somehow, for some reason, it looked like, it's not blocking.
Yeah, we could move through
as long as no one moves through the walls, we're okay. You're not supposed to be able to. Not sure why it's letting you, but whatever. There it is. Restrict movement. I didn't have that turned on. There we go. Now we should be. Sorry, I'm going to test something real quick. Nope.
Yeah, that worked.
Okay, it's still letting me move Glenn through the wall, but
Glenn's a go.
Oh wait,
You can.
I can. Right, I can. Yeah.
You are king of games. Sir.
Yeah. Once I turned on used vision from your token's perspective, I couldn't do it, which is what I wanted. Okay. So, all right. So yeah, there are some cultists making a run for the stairs. They don't even really turn around as you guys enter. They are rushing up the stairs here. There are no other exits other than to go up, and these like sort of rickety wooden stairs that again looks to have been sort of like patchwork repaired, is what gets you up to the next level. So,
and there's really nothing on this floor other than like kind of what we see with a common area,
right?
With some seats and people fleeing up the stairs. Okay.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. So we don't have to do initiative. If you guys just want to run up the stairs, I'm cool with you guys basically cutting down cultists as you rush up the steps. They're at this point mooks for you anyway. They're pretty much cannon fodder. If you guys want to fight your way level by level, we can do that too. But I'm cool with you guys like running for the stairs and just like cutting down cultists because I'm not
last the Mohican style up the stairs.
I'm thinking Lancelot from
Monty Python, Holy Grail.
Monty Python.
I say we zerg them and just consider them dead one by one as we pass, because there's 6 of us and we just kind of just destroy them.
You're gonna rush up the stairs in your own particular idiom. All right, then in that case, so I will take you floor by floor and tell you what you see, and as you cut cultists down, going up the steps and whatnot. So on the first floor, there's these 2 cultists on the stairs, running towards the upper floors. You catch up with them on the landing for floor 2. Hold on. I grabbed everybody. Why aren't you all moving? There. On the landing for floor 2. You catch them on the landing. There's another guard here on the second floor that is running for the third. They all seem to be like trying to make their way towards the roof. The 6 of you make short work of him. And then come on. What is? Okay, I'm getting roll 20 again. All right. So then on the third floor, there are 2 cultists and a cult fanatic. On these upper levels seem to be like common sleeping chambers with sort of rickety old wooden and straw beds. They seem like they've been like roused from sleep by the events, and are like just like I said, rushing for the roof. You get to the 4th floor, and here is the first evidence of the wall being sustaining some damage. You can see out into the courtyard where you just passed through. Another cult fanatic here that you can easily dispatch. And come on, map, work with me. 5th floor, as you reach the landing here. Somewhat more cultists. They are enraptured in what has occurred. To them, this is like this is a very spiritual moment for them. Like this demon god of theirs that revels in transformation and changing the weak to something stronger, and sort of somewhat more protean and mutable. This transformation has occurred in the king of this newfound realm, and they kind of see this as like prophecy coming to pass, where now the ruler of this land is someone touched and gifted by Pazuzu. And as such, they're sort of kneeling and genuflecting before this altar right here. And this statue here of a demonic, twisted figure. And they almost pay you no mind as you come up the stairs and cut through them. Let's say, so I'm going to move you to the upper level, the ceiling, and I'm going to try and leave the cultist that I accidentally grabbed with you behind, and put you on the roof for the final showdown up here. So, the rooftop. Before you is this demonic incarnation of King Hargreaves. There are vestiges of something vaguely human in this shape, but it has been clearly sort of twisted, and parts of it have been enlarged. Parts of this human form have been made bestial.
Yeah, what parts?
What's that? Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate. But the parts of it that still resemble humanity are sort of like a twisted mockery of the human shape. Oh, the altar. Yeah, Boar can certainly smash that when there's more time. So you guys reach the rooftop, and this thing stares at you across, and almost as if like it's beckoning you towards it. It pulls the sword off of its back now that it's again in this monstrous shape, and pulls the blade through its hand as if to like test the blade and test itself, and this black ichor pulses out of the gash it makes on its palm, and it like spreads it in a circle around itself, and gestures you towards it, and with this mouthful of enormous misshapen teeth, the king says, "Challenge me and find yourselves lacking in the face of true power." And then he looks up towards the sky and says, "Pazuzu has blessed me, and this kingdom will be an effigy in Pazuzu's honor. Come before me and die." So
Pazuzu doesn't bless. Pazuzu curses, and everything Pazuzu touches dies, just like you will.
Let's roll some initiative.
Am I going to be first off with 11? That's bad.
Come on, Rogue. What is wrong with us right now?
I don't like to be first. I like to have somebody up there to help me sneak attack.
If you're the wizard's even faster than us.
Looks like Moby's going to go first.
Say, I think the druid's getting the jump. Yeah.
Giant wolf, you're gonna bite his face off.
Josh, did you get my roll for initiative? It was 8. I can roll again.
I'll put you on there.
Assign me 8. I don't.
Yeah, I'll put you on there.
Okay. Dire wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Josh. Can we get Are there walls or ramparts? Or are we just gonna get thrown off the tower the second?
There's like a low half wall keeping you like.
Okay. I just see the comical thing of him throwing us off.
Yeah.
And run back up the 5 levels and turn off again.
Anywhere but like over here where it's clearly been like ruined from him colliding with it. There's like a low half wall to keep you up there. Descending and all right, Mopey, you have honors.
Yeah, I hate that.
Charge into the unknown, druid.
All right, change me into the wolf.
Okay.
Direwood.
All right, so we need to remove Mopey.
Slide her off the gray so she doesn't come off order.
Throw her off over here. And
see, here's where we find out where she's gonna charge up. I'm gonna smack her with that sword. She's gonna pop out of the dire wolf, and then we're just gonna run away. You can be king. Bye.
I don't think Herbert would appreciate that, and my additional 1 point of armor would go away.
Wolf.
That's the dire wolf.
Oh, I don't realize how big it was.
Oh yeah. Oh
a
yeah.
Large creature.
Shouldn't it be back to full health for this one?
Yes, it should. Hold on. There.
Okay.
Okay. What you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm having kids say goodnight. Good night. Bye.
Tell him, Mommy's being a giant wolf. Shush.
Mommy's gonna bite and maim people. Just let her be. How far can I run? 50 feet. Okay. Alright. Fight him. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run up to him and bite him because, I can't really do much from far away. So where is 50 feet?
50 feet is anywhere on this roof you want to be.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, pretty much. I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna bite him.
Okay. Be my guest.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
It hits. So, oh, come on.
Sadly, he goes after you, so you're never going to be able to... We're not going to get anything from the trip, which sucks.
Right.
Sorry. I'm having issues tonight, man. I tell you. It's not like I haven't been doing this for like how many weeks now, and I haven't been using Roll20 for how many years?
Half the weeks anyway, so it's fine.
Why is it not letting me? It now won't scroll. This is being ridiculous. All right, fine. Let's relaunch. There. I reloaded it. We're good. Okay. So, okay. So you hit. You absolutely hit. So he needs to make a strength save to avoid being knocked down. So you as your teeth like sink in, you feel like this like resistance, and almost as if like you can't quite bite down as hard as you feel like you should. All right, let's make that strength save. Oh, he fails. Okay. You do manage to shake him around a bit and knock him down. So he is he's prone. But since you're now standing within 10 feet of him, you're going to take... I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Okay, you take 5 points of fire damage. As you like reach up to him and get right next to him, this like aura flares out around him, and you like your pelt is just seared with this demonic hellfire that just like laps at, like burns the pads of your feet, and it begins to like singe at your hairs. And I think so. I gotta look at one other thing quick. Because this guy's got a lot going on. That's okay. That's on his turn. Okay. All right. So then, if you have nothing else to do, he's gonna stand up. And take. So he gets up back to his feet, and so he's going to greatsword you, Mopey. So first things first, he hits you for a 20. It's not the crit, so it's just 19 slashing damage.
This is what I was afraid of.
So what happens when you go first?
And then
Thor and Glenn are well aware.
We all appreciate your sacrifice.
And then he's going to bite you. So
He bites?
Yes, he bites. Does a 15 hit?
My armor class, yes, is a 14.
So you take 22 piercing damage from his bite.
Ouch.
I'm back to Mopey.
So yeah, he chomps through you. He slices through you, and
Good luck, guys.
That health potion that I wasn't taking a few minutes ago.
He does that, and he says, "This is but a taste of the power that Pazuzu has granted me." And now I have to make a check quick. Okay, he retains his demonic form. Glenn.
Okay, I'm gonna run up, and I'm gonna show this guy a few tricks that I've got up my sleeve. I'm going to use my fiery rune.
Okay. So, all right. So I must succeed on a strength saving throw. All right. The bad news is he's really good at those.
Probably, but
Oh, only got a 12 though.
okay.
So what's the number I got to beat?
I have to hit him, don't I?
No. So you need to hit him first, right?
Yeah. So because of his I need to use the mithril axe again. So I'm gonna double chop.
Okay.
Let me find my axe. Where did it go? There it is. Boop, boop.
Yeah, the 18 hits. So he's gonna take. Okay. Oh, whoa! What the heck did I just do?
And because I hit, then I can get the 2d6 roll for the shackling damage as well.
Yes. But what's the number I had to beat for that strength save? It should tell you.
One second, let me pull it back up again here in my.
Josh.
Yeah.
Normally demons have advantage against magical effects, do they not?
He's got resistance.
I mean, when they make
12.
saves.
He rolled 12, so actually he did resist it. So it's a 12, strength 12.
So he made it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He does have magic resistance, so yeah, he has advantage on saving throws. But he made it anyway, so.
So he doesn't take the 2.
Yeah. So he does not take the 2. He's not restrained at all.
Okay.
So.
Oh, well, I tried my best to try and begin. I have another trick up my sleeve.
See, the important thing is that you tried.
The
lesson: don't try.
Never try. All right, Quill, your turn.
Marked him.
Mm-hmm.
He has been hurt, so I can Colossus Slayer. I'm gonna look at Elric and go, "Do you know what the hell that thing is? Could you stop it?" I'm gonna shoot my bow, and I'm gonna miss.
You are gonna miss. Yeah, his thick sort of demonic hide, the arrow just You were just off target enough that it just kind of started to flex off.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. That's what happens.
Ibafray.
I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna shoot him with one of my remaining silver arrows.
Okay.
Ugh.
It's gonna miss. Yeah. I mean, listen, he's kind of big and scary. It's understandable. Boar.
Smite.
I'm off mute now.
Oh,
Boar's
yeah.
gone. Got bye-bye, Elric. What do you have?
Yeah, I'm just debating, do I want to go to the left or the right of Glenn, you know? Or I don't think is going to think too much. He sees Demon Pazuzu and just, wait, hold on. I'm not, I have to hold my character.
Okay.
Screaming, and he sees demons, so he's going to use his silver longsword. I know fire, Beard's blade is there, but silver. And gonna hope, and yeah.
The 20 hits. But the silver just doesn't seem to bite in to his flesh the way you would have thought. Just doesn't. No, it does not.
Can I change my mind and I use the fire? No.
Next turn, sure. Elrich, it's your turn. So you've seen your allies. They've run up to this thing. Mopey got pretty thoroughly thrashed by it. They've hit it, but they don't seem to be really causing all that much like obvious visual effect to it, like any real damage that you can tell. You there, Ryan?
Is Ryan on mute?
I am on mute.
Okay.
I am on mute. I'm
going around today.
I said, could I do like an Arcana check to see if there's anything that I could figure out that would aid us in this particular fight?
Sure. It's going to cost your entire action, but if you want to make an Arcana check, I will let you see if you can recall some bits of lore, like what might be needed or best tactics.
I'm gonna risk that.
Okay. So here's what you know. If he is truly a demon, he is going to resist basically non-magical attacks. So you're going to need to hit with magical weapons are going to have full impact, full effect. Otherwise, you can pretty much count on him sort of shrugging off part of the damage. Other than that, probably your best bet is going to be some sort of holy or divine attacks. But anything magical is probably your best course of action.
All right. There you go, guys. So get them with those magical weapons you have.
We got the one, right?
Stone, sure.
That's not technically magical. You've got there's a hammer that does like extra damage to demons. Somebody's carrying that around.
Mopey's got that.
Mopey's got that.
Is that the one I have?
Warhammer.
Yeah, that's your Warhammer.
That's my Warhammer. Okay, so I can use my Warhammer. Okay.
If you hit him with it, it's going to do an extra 2d6 damage.
Okay. Note. Okay, but that gets me too close to him.
It does get you pretty close to him. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, that reminds me. Glenn and Boar, I need you to make a. I should have had you do this when you ran up there. I need you to make a Constitution save.
Shit.
Yeah, you both take 5 fire damage.
Okay. What do we have to do to not get it? Is
Not
that every turn, or just when we get up there?
Just not be standing. Not be standing next to him.
Okay.
That's pretty much the only way to avoid that.
I didn't realize I forgot
That's
I could
fine.
move. No, I used all my movement to get to him, so I couldn't move back.
Yeah.
First. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm happy then.
Mopey, it's your turn.
No.
Warhammer.
I have to. I know, but I have to get close to him, and I don't want to.
Well, you can move in, hit, and move back because you've got the 30 feet of movement. So just move back more than 10
I can
feet
hit
from
him here, right?
No,
Yeah, you can.
If she enters and leaves, she'll get opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, I did hit Warhammer. Okay.
16. Oh, just misses.
Oh, come on.
Hold on. Let me look at my notes for that weapon though. I feel like it's like
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Right?
I feel like it's like +3 versus demons. Hold on. That was on the temple weapon rack.
I think you're right, Josh. I think it does. Oh, well, let's take a look.
Hold on. So it's a
That's it.
I homebrewed it.
Special one that we've.
Yeah, I homebrewed it in D&D Beyond. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, she didn't add that.
Well, I didn't know.
Collections.
I know we gave it to her because she was a dwarf.
This is what
It
we
seems very
found this
thematic,
in
but the poor druid doesn't want a magical hammer right now. Look at her.
No, I don't want it.
Okay.
I
So
already lost my dire wolf.
okay, so the Demon Bane Warhammer. So it's
You have to have notes on that.
so it's +1 versus, and yeah, it's +1 versus, on any attack, but it's +3 versus demons, and it does an additional 2d6 damage to a demon, and they have to succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So, all right. So in that case, I wanted to confirm that. So here's the good news for everyone. That means that the Warhammer hits, and so it's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage, and I'll just roll the additional 2d6.
Is it +3 damage as well? +3/+3?
Yes.
So 11 so far.
Yes. An additional 10. So that's going to be 21 total, which bypasses his damage reduction. Seems to actually hurt him quite a bit. And he turns and stares at you, Mopey. Like before, like it was like, oh, who are these? Like they can't hurt me. You hurt him, and there's a look in his eyes like, oh, I need to take this one seriously.
Bye, Mopey.
Bye. Who wants my hammer?
So, Mopey,
I am lifted.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Did it go?
You save,
Hey.
so you only take 3 fire damage. Yeah, like that aura flares out again, but he's now turning and looking at you. He instead of attacking though, he does something else. So he magically emits a scintillating, multicolored light. Basically, it just kind of like sickens you and like makes you like your eyes can't quite focus. So each creature within 15 feet, which is going to be also including you, Ibafray.
Son of a bitch.
Need a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom is not my.
Nope, wisdom's not my strong point either.
Nope, mine is. Oh wait, I got one more.
Okay. So, Mopey and Boar, you guys are able to, the two of Mopey, you're kind of bolstered by the nature spirits, and Boar, you have your faith in Saint Herbert. You're able to shrug off the effects. But Glenn and Ibafrey, you are frightened of, and reasonably so, of the king for the next minute. Which means you basically can take no actions against him, and you're basically going to spend your turns moving away from him until, or actually, I think you just can't move any closer to him.
They have disadvantage to attack when he is in sight. And they cannot move. They cannot willingly move closer.
Move closer. They don't have to move away, but they can't move closer. Right.
But at the end of my turn, I can roll again as if I break the.
Yes. Yes.
But what I'm hearing is, I can shove Glenn, tell him to pull his axes in front of him, and shove him into them. Right.
Sure.
He can still. Glenn can still swing. He's just gonna have disadvantage.
Yeah. So it did not refresh. It refreshes on a 5 or a 6. So, but that is his action. That's his whole turn. Is his body he emits this light, and his face takes on this even more twisted, horrifying visage. And it's just Glenn and Ibafrey, it just kind of shakes you to the core a bit. But Boar and Mopey, you can shrug it off.
Josh, can I somehow count that as an attack?
It's not an attack. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Listen. I applaud your attempt at rules lawyering, but I'm gonna put my foot down on that one.
No. I understand. I had to ask.
All right, Glenn, it is your turn.
Shift.
So, out of just fear, I just swing my axes twice.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Glenn, real quick, you're right. I had to check the unstable transformation. Nope, he's good. Okay. Sorry. Now, Glenn, back to you.
Okay, so just out of sheer horror, my axes are in my hand, and I lash out in self-defense at sort of whatever's there.
Okay.
So who knows what is going to happen here?
So disadvantage.
Oh.
So,
More or one more?
So
Actually, I get to roll 4 times.
Yeah. So the 16 and the 7 is what's going to count. They both miss.
Okay.
And I need you to make a
the wisdom saving
the
throw
Constitution
as well.
save. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get to try the wisdom saving throw as well.
Oh yeah.
Let me try
Yep.
that first. So I break.
You're good on that. Yep. You're good on that.
And you need my Constitution.
So you take 7 fire damage.
Ugh.
He's not an easy guy to stand next to right now.
No. I don't like where my health's at. Let's put it that way.
Quill.
Damn those numbers. 18 and a 20 should have. I was like, damn it.
Alright, I'm going to yell to Boar and say, surround him! Give him nowhere to run! AKA, flank with one of your buddies. I'm going to shoot him in the face. Because what the fuck else is a ranger supposed to do?
19 hits!
For
yeah.
I believe that my Hunter's Mark and Colossus Slayer are untyped, so they're just piercing, just like the arrow. So.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, they're
just 1d6 damage and 1d8 damage.
Yes, but why is it
I think
doing
they're
this
piercing.
again?
I don't know.
This is being so dumb. Come on. No. I curse you, roll 20. Oh, for God's sakes. All right, fine. Now, will you open and be normal? No. I hate you. I hate this thing. It's driving me crazy. Character sheet. Better. Okay. So he has resistance to cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. So the piercing damage is cut in half. If that stuff's untyped, then it doesn't It's not subject to the reduction.
Okay. I've never come across this because no one plays Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, it's untyped, so it's not subject to the reduction. So he's going to take half the piercing to 3 and 4 for the 7. So, 7 total. So.
I did my yell. Spells to cast. Once again, flank with your buddies. Buddy system. And I'm done.
Ibafrey, you are frightened.
All right, I'm gonna back up, but I'm still gonna try to shoot him with disadvantage.
Yep. Well, yeah. So 10 misses.
Yep.
That's about all you can do. So, unless you have a bonus, action.
Not really.
Okay. Boar. Oh yeah, make the wisdom save. You're good. You're good on the wisdoms. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Quill is right. Flank the guy. Okay, so we flank him.
Mm-hmm.
You could flank Mopey and give her advantage because she has the badass hammer.
Yeah.
It still works.
Oh, you mean?
This is not a flank with Mopey.
Actually,
because this isn't through the middle of the thing.
It's not as strict in 5e, is it?
I don't think so.
You're the first guy I've ever seen play with it.
In 5e, flanking's actually as long as you're opposite facing, and that would be considered opposite facing.
For Mopey as well?
Yeah.
That would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Okay.
5e flanking is really generous.
So
my Pathfinder's showing through.
Yeah, I know. So 7
second one come
with
through?
not yet. There we go. 20 hits. And obviously the sword is magical. So he takes the full 13. Now he's thinking, oh crap. Like, there's two of these things.
Smite.
I was thinking that because I actually hit. I want to hurt him.
Demon.
Spells. So
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to do a full smite.
Yeah, okay. So what level spell slot are you using up here?
I've only got a first.
You only have first?
So
Okay.
It's 1d8. Actually, you know what?
But it's a demon, so it's more.
He doesn't have resistance to thunder, does he? So I'm going to use a thunderous smite. Because
you can't.
Come on now.
You have to do that before the attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I would?
Untyped smite.
Yeah, you can just
Untyped smite of.
Yeah, you can just burn a spell slot.
Save that then. I'm going to burn a spell slot because I actually hit it. So 1d8, right?
But he's a demon, so it actually hurts him from it's extra effective. It's 2d8 because it's a demon.
Oh, 2d8. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just going to roll
So
that.
smite starts at 2d8. You get an extra 1d8
so
for
it's
the fiend. So
3d8.
it's 3d.
So roll another one.
Another D8
I'll roll
on
one
there.
more. Thank you for the help.
I've DM'd for
So
many
extra
paladins
17.
at this point.
So that is 17. Okay. So I already took. So he takes another 17. Yeah. Boar. He thought he's now kind of torn. Like he's trying to decide which one of you between you or Mopey he needs to take more seriously right now.
Hey, listen. Boar's whole life is dying a glorious death. He's fine with stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Lived a good
He's
long
already
life.
55.
You're 150 or whatever.
Yeah, I know. So listen, it's not for the DM, but Boar is okay with dying a glorious death.
Okay. Elrich. So it seems like your allies are making some progress here.
Well, I'm gonna go help him out and just cast magic missile at 2nd level.
Okay.
Smart move.
Okay, so that is 5, 8,
16.
11, 16. Yeah, okay. All right, so you're starting to get into a bit of a rhythm here. Some blows are landing, and he's kind of reeling, looking from one attacker to another, trying to figure out who needs to be the priority. Boar, I should have had you make a Constitution save on that Hellfire aura. Since you stayed in... Okay, you're good. So you take 2.
Okay.
Take 2 fire damage. Mopey,
Yes.
You're up.
Let me just do my Warhammer again, I guess.
Okay.
I don't have your special Warhammer, but I just
Well,
have a regular one.
I know what the math is at this point.
Okay, I'll let you do the math.
Yep. That hits.
have to roll it twice?
No.
Oh, no.
Would that be a
Saying
crit? Because if you add the +3 to that.
No, it has to be a 20 on the die.
Okay.
She does
It's-
have advantage though because of boar, right?
She
No,
does
she's
have.
scared.
Oh,
She's scared.
yes.
No, I'm
Oh.
not scared. I passed.
Oh, then she'd have advantage.
There
then.
we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So maybe you'll crit.
Maybe you'll-
One
yeah.
more.
Wait, do I do a second roll?
Yeah, do a second roll.
Come on.
Okay.
Ah.
All right. 22 hits. 7 bludgeoning damage plus 3 from the magic weapon is 10. And then we need 2d6.
You gonna do 2d6, Jenny?
I got it.
You got it. Josh got it.
Thank you, Josh.
So that is 17. Okay. He's not having a great time here. Okay. It's his turn. Oh, Mopey. Constitution saving throw. You take 3 fire damage. Could have been worse.
Okay.
It's his turn. Horror Nimbus is not recharged.
You recharge at the beginning of your turn. You get to roll your d6 every round.
Okay. Well, let's.
Although none of the people near him currently can be affected by it, so I don't think he'd give a shit. But
Well, I had it roll at the end of the I had it tackle onto the end of his ability when I ran it
that's
last
what that
time.
little 2 was?
Yep. Yeah. So it doesn't recharge. So he is going to bore. He's going to bite and sword you.
Really? I'm like, he's behind. Like,
Well,
oh well, he can turn.
There's no real facing in Dungeons and Dragons. It's not like so while the mini is facing away from you, you're considered to be able to attack anybody who's adjacent to
Listen,
you.
Josh, I'm going with what's on roll 20. You know what? He's a demon. He can, shapeshift. It's a demon. Whatever happens.
So a 20
shove your sword up his butthole.
Well, he just bit you, Boar, for 26.
Yeah. And 26, I'm gonna drop.
You are unconscious.
Yep.
26. Good news is 26 is not greater than your hit point total, so it's not insta death.
No. It's still painful though.
Oh yeah.
Drop.
You're at 0. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the skull and crossbones over you. In that case, he can still sword. Mopey, you're getting the sword.
Do we have anybody that can revive Boar, or is Boar the only healer?
I have berries.
That's gonna be 16 slashing damage on you, Mopey.
Alright, if I die, I die.
And let's see if he retains his shape. Oh no, that's not good for him.
Good.
Woohoo!
So-
Back to the cave.
I'm gonna move that shape off and bring his quote unquote normal shape on. So now standing in that square, roughly. Okay, that looks really dumb, turned upside down like that. So, you see, after he finishes attacking, he begins losing. Like it's almost like he loses control of his muscles, his appendages, and they start like shriveling and shrinking in this painful contortions. His chest almost goes like concave, and then almost like he's folding in on himself. And then left standing there is this tattered, bruised, battered human that resembles. Actually, quite a bit resembles the ghost that you fought beneath the tomb of Firebeard. Much younger. You can see a family resemblance, I guess is a better way to put it. As if you can draw like a direct line of lineage, from one to the other. And this is presumably Baron King Hargreaves standing in front of you, and he takes a moment to recover, and says, "This is most unfortunate, but I am not without my own resources." Glenn, you're up.
I am pissed off at this guy big time. So we're breaking out this can you make me 4 times bigger, please?
Sure. Boop, 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 boop.
So I'm like, oh, you're not the only one without your stuff. So again, I'm just really angry now. So he's going to get access to the face.
And they're each going to do 2d6 damage. Yeah. And in this shape, yeah, they both hit.
And then I get only 1d6, or do both of them do? Both of them do 1d6.
Each attack does an extra 1d6 damage. Yeah.
There's the first one.
All right, so 7, and the second attack is going to lose the modifier.
And there's the second one. So only do an extra 3 damage to him.
So that's 6,
Hey,
7 and 6. Okay.
Better than nothing.
14 did hit him though. Good.
Yes, yeah, the 14 hit. He's much weaker in this form. That makes it Quill's turn.
Okay, so I gotta ask you a question here, Joshua.
Yeah.
Is that the berries, do I use them just as I would use a potion? I would have to administer as an action
Yes.
or a bonus action?
Well, if you're administering on somebody else, it's going to be an action for sure.
Okay, so I will, as a... Or you are lucky I like you. Alright, so I'm going to drop concentration on my Hunter's Mark, and I'm going to turn on a different one. I'm going to turn on Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Once before the spell ends, and give myself advantage on one weapon attack roll of my turn. But during the turn that I cast it, I move an extra 30 feet that round.
Wow.
And this is a bonus action, so I bonus action turn that bad boy on. And I drop my bow. There. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to give my main man as an action. He's going to get his...
One hit
I don't
point.
have to drop my bow. He's going to get 1 hit point because I gave him a berry.
Yeah. You're at 1 hit
Slap
point.
on the cheek and say, good luck, buddy. Do you 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can go 5 back so I can stand next to Ethan Frey. Did not drop my bow, but I did zip in, give him a berry, zip back out.
Okay. Yeah, and didn't actually get within reach of him, so you're good. Yeah.
I didn't. I don't provoke as long as the spell's on it. Anyways.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. All right. Good. Then Eberfrey, you're up.
All right. I guess I'm going to try to shoot this guy.
Okay. Yeah. And the sneak attacks. That's full 8.
That's all I got.
Okay. Boar, you have your 1 hit point, which means in D&D terms, which means you are in ship shop fighting
Might as well
shape.
have 100 hit points.
Yes.
At this point.
And so I was figuring that, and this is the one time that I think I'm going to channel divinity.
Okay.
And basically, I've got Firebeard's sword, and I think this is the time I'm going to do everything I can to try and do a smite, as the guy basically say, Saint Herbert, by your power, I've got the blade of Firebeard in my hand. I am come here against the foe. He is slightly weakened to his own demonic powers. It's because the demonic powers are not for strengthening; they're for only hurting. Please let me strike him down on my 1 hit point, my 1 life less. And I'm gonna swing.
My weakened state.
Yes. Let me swing for truth. Can I get advantage on the swing, to maybe as a hope to hit?
You get advantage because you're opposite me, correct?
Oh yeah, I would bless the ranger for the help.
Yeah. So you don't. You hit. It hits.
Oh, I hit. Okay.
You hit.
So I would also use the my smite.
You're gonna smite. Okay. So that's
because
gonna
again,
be.
this is I am here and I'm doing everything I can as I will do it.
So he's not in demon form, so you don't get the bonus. But so it's still 2d8. So.
Yeah.
Is he a ghost?
I'm okay with.
He's not a ghost.
I'm okay with Saint Herbert helping me out.
He's a real. He's a real live person.
He's a real boy.
He's a real boy.
So 23.
Okay.
Actually, no, 25 because it's fire.
Yeah. How do you kill King Hargreaves? How does he die?
Actually, what I envisioned happened was the celestial hand of Saint Herbert comes down and guides, because I'm basically on 1d8. I can barely stand, you know.
Yeah.
I get up, and the celestial hand of Saint Herbert comes to my aid and grabs the sword with me as we both swing, cut through him in half, and I essentially just collapse on the ground afterwards.
Okay. All right. So yeah. You know, whether everyone else witnesses it or not, or if it's just something that, you know, your connection to Saint Herbert grants you this you know, benefit, that, you know, you feel your hand guided by this this spirit from the heavens. Uh, 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 you know, you give this one last heroic, you know, cut towards the human form of King Hargreaves, and you feel this extra, you know, push from this spectral divine hand that forces the blade right through his midsection, and this like flash of light that everyone else has to kind of like turn their eyes away from for a moment as the sword strikes, and the king, the baron, whatever, is, you know, cut in two. As his torso falls to the ground and his legs slump over, independently they each start like rapidly transforming back and forth from demon form to human form, you know, back and forth until they finally settle on the human form of King Hargreaves, cut in two, and like the legs twitch once, and then go still, and the rooftop goes silent. The clouds that were swirling break up, and you see just these faint traces that like you know, tracers of moonlight filtering down onto the roof, and the Baron is defeated. Some sense of order has been restored, and you know, the coming dawn is going to bring some change to Briarwood that we will discuss the next time we play. But for now, the Baron has been defeated, and it seems as if your quest at least has been achieved in the short term, though it is worth noting that Zaruk escaped. He is still out there somewhere, so that is worth being aware of. Let me get your experience together for tonight.
I was going to say this before, with it being down, I walk up to the edge here while I'm still in giant form, right before I shrink back, and instead of yelling out in giant, I bellow as loud as I can that Pazuzu holds no power over this land. Let those who follow Pazuzu come fight me any day, any time. You will die by my sword or axe. You know, you will die by my hand. Dare you show your face in this realm again, and then you can make me back to normal size.
Okay.
I'll walk over and say, "Good speech. Here's a berry."
How much health does that give me?
Have a hit point.
What? But you're not hungry anymore.
That's true. I feel very satisfied.
It's useful for a giant.
Have a hit point. Yay!
I only got one hit in giant form. I'm kind of disappointed. I was saving that for this final battle.
Yeah. You should honestly. I'd have hit that the second I got on the roof. But
see, I keep forgetting I can use it twice. For a long rest.
Does it reset like normal fighter stuff? Doesn't it do every short rest?
Not this one. This one's a long rest.
That's weird.
Actually, let me double check that.
Yeah, it says it on your thing after you finish a long rest. It's just very unfightery. Fighters usually are like the short rest kings.
Everything else, my hill rune and my fire rune, reset after a short rest, along with my axe and surge and my my second wind. This is the only thing that requires a long rest, but I can use it twice for long rest rather than once.
Okay, and then we had. Oh yeah, that's right. What's that guy's CR? Come on. I name these NPCs. You think I could find them when I'm looking for them?
You get full credit for the
You
spellcaster
named
cast
them?
plane
my
shift because he
God.
ran away.
What's that?
So we get full XP for the guy that can cast plane shift because he ran away.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not gonna
Oh
cheat.
God, what? No, he's gonna be like a level 12 spellcaster. Plane shift is a 7-level spell. I was being a shithead.
Actually, he's not. He's not a level. I mean, he's a 17th level spellcaster, but his challenge rating's not all that great.
Good lord. Well, I beg to differ. Because that spell.
No, there's an NPC. There's the Mordenkainen's book has a bunch of extra NPC archetypes, and one of them is basically like a demonic high priest. So it was like fit perfectly. So he's actually challenge rating 7. So so let's reset that. Dang it! That would help if I. Man, I tell you what, this is just not my night. I'm having all kinds of trouble. Good enough.
Just for XP, if you want to give this to us later, feel free.
No, I'm actually almost done.
Okay.
But I appreciate it. I'm actually almost done, and I want to take care of it while everything is sort of fresh in my head. And we had 2 cards, and that one was okay. And then okay. Everyone tonight receives the grand total of 2,071 experience points.
7255 is the due total.
Yeah.
That puts us 7-2. That puts us at level 5.
I thought it would. So yes. So the reason it's so high is, and I think I talked about this before, is that I like to do quest experience, and certainly defeating the Baron qualifies as accomplishing a quest. So I have a formula for how I award quest experience, and it typically is pretty sizable. And in this case, yeah, it was enough to push you over. So welcome to level 5. Spellcasters get a whole new level of spell. The druid and the wizard get a whole new level of spells.
So do I.
Yeah. Actually, I think the paladin and the
yeah, we get 2s.
I think everybody does. Everybody gets something. So
Who to who?
So now I know someone had discussed or had mentioned they wanted to try something with a new character. I don't know who it was, but whoever it is, if you want to, next session is going to be primarily just wrapping things up. What?
I just gained 33 health points.
We can maybe talk about what characters are going to return for the next adventure. A real boy. What characters are going to return for the next adventure? If anybody wants to replace somebody, we can work that out. You'll build your next character at the same level everybody else is when we go forward. So, but level 5, everybody, congratulations! And considering it's already almost 20 of 11, we can sort of pick up from here next time and wrap this up and set the stage for what we'll do next. Okay.
That was the question I
Sounds
had, Josh.
good.
We are meeting next week.
There's some sort of post success, wrap up. The barony is going to need a new baron. The king was marching on the king was marching on the barony with an army in tow. The queen needs to be turned over to the king, and so there's some things that some loose ends that need to be tied up. But we'll meet next week and take care of that, and we can figure out what's going to happen when from there. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'm having trouble setting my HP to the 80 that it's apparently going to read to.
Okay.
So I'm under manage hit points, and it's HP modifier
You shouldn't be at 80.
Let's see.
You should be at about like 40.
So yeah, you didn't.
7 right now because of tough and constitution.
No, there's no way you're at 80. That's
You
way
get
too high.
10 each level, so you get 10 and then 5 or 6 for everyone. So your base is
It's telling me here-
36. There's literally no way.
it's telling me
Yeah,
my
base is
hit points
34
are
plus whatever your con is per level.
So it's saying
wait.
my hit points was.
You have a plus 2 con,
+3, I think.
plus 3 con.
Plus 3.
You're a fighter of 5th level. You have the toughness feat. You should have 59 hit points.
Okay.
Should have 49 hit points.
He has the tough.
I was right at 47. So I can go up to 59.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a nice
So
HP calculator. If you just type in HP calculator, you can set your level, and with your tough feat, your hill dwarf, and your con mod. Very nice.
Yeah, so I'm like edit character, and then there's the manage HP, and so total is 59. But where do I set that? Because right now it's still showing 47. Do I just override?
You might.
Might-
Yeah.
I think you're doing things the hard way.
Yeah, there's an auto level up thing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we can work it out this week. We'll get your HP figured out. It should be somewhere in the high 50s. That's definitely the ballpark that we're supposed to be sitting in right now for you. So, we'll get that hammered out, and we'll pick up next week and figure out what happens next for the Barony of Briarwood. So, sound good, everybody?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. Good night,
All right.
folks.
Okay.
Bye, all.
Later.